I think it's good here. Let's add another Overlord in this position. Because we can hit Photon. And if he wants to like counter acid or something, we can deal with it. I will say that I think I have the advantage right now. But against War Factories, I am never sure if I can hold it. This side does not have a level 3 Scorpion, so it will do way less damage here. However, it should still be good to get the War Factory dead. He's going for a mech div. Yeah, and if he had put the Scorpion here, it would have done absolutely nothing good. I really like that I have a Overlord on this side. An Overlord, I should say. This, I think, is actually still worth it. He's still putting more missiles out. He is also buying out, so my opponent's economy is officially in the toilet. Acid doing acid things. These callers are very quickly exchanging against each other. For a moment I thought the Scorpion had gone down, but no. It's taking out that. But there's significantly less left. I think I will drop this turn. Unless these units just take everything. Nah, not happening. He has too much chaff right now, but his economy is gone. There's no two ways about it. Alright, is it time to invest so heavily into wasps? It's not even funny. If I had to guess, I would say that maybe Phoenix production is coming out next turn. Or maybe I just go for good arc lights. Or put some rhinos in the flanks. What will he do? I think he might go for the wasps. 2 packs of those wasps would be terrifying. So let's go get ourselves those 2 wasp packs. Put them here. And here. And throw on some techs. Elite, range. And let's also go for EMP, why don't we? Then I think I need more chaff here. I now have something that clears chaff pretty well. Let us go and add... First of all, let us push these buttons. I think it is now officially the turn where it needs to happen. I don't think I need to do anything against this or anything more for this. Let us add simply more tanks, which can tank and do good stuff. EMP should hopefully disable the war factories, and I hope that will be our turn now. His economy is kinda ruined, but his units are getting stronger every time. I don't particularly like these rhinos, or this rhino. I think it's not good. So the wasps are eating what spawns. And they are eating it quite effectively. And once they start hitting the war factories, it's EMP time. Here, now it's EMP time. On all of these war factories. So all of these war factories might as well no longer exist. Yep. War factories are pushing in and everything. But overall, solid turn for us. And we have not even remotely ruined our economy as our opponent has. Senior attack again. I think we already have one, no? Well, I guess maybe just get that. Yeah. Upgrading this, I think, is no shame. And upgrading our wasps, I think, is a good choice as well. I think Photon is just worth it right now. And since he has that amount of chaff, let's just throw that his way. Let us also buy out our upgrades once more. And I think instead of adding units, I'm just going to level this. And then buy myself... I could go for the attack enhancement, but honestly we have enough attack as it is. Let us simply burn his side here. He has another war factory here. He has Phoenix production, but from the early game, we still have some really high ranking, well, not that high ranking, but very decent rank. Actually, this is very high ranking. A very high ranking and some middle ranking marksmen with anti-air spec that should be hopefully enough to deal with it. I don't think Phoenix production is a good choice, but I honestly feel that War Factory wasn't the play this time around. I already had Scorps and everything. I really don't think it was it. That was it. Jump drive. Okay, he's moving those away. He does not have the regeneration. I think that could legitimately turn the tide for the moment. If nothing else, it would force me to think about something. But now, so many of my units are so very many times more tough than before. The war factories are also already EMP'd. None of these guys are spawning anything. This is the only war factory with units coming in. And, yeah. I think this is GG. Phoenixes getting sniped basically once they spawn, but there's not any spawning anymore. The Wasp EMP doing everything it needs to. That is a win for me. And that means that my current score in the first ever tournament I am taking part in is now 4 wins to 2 losses. What could my opponent have done better here? I feel like the Wasps might have been somewhat decent for him, but once again, the marksmen are like they would have taken the Wasps out anyway. I feel like if he had added, before the Wasp turn, some Wasps of his own, simply to tank for his Phoenixes, get the sniper shots away, it's not like I have much other anti-air. Also, I think some Scorpions on his side would really have done good, probably better than the War Factories, because after the Chaff died, and the Chaff was dying pretty quickly with 3 Vulcans out on the field, and these Wasps and a decent amount of my own Chaff, I really think that what really, the hidden carry of this game is all of the Chaff, delayed and non-delayed, some more or less carry Chaff in the air, some heavier Chaff on the ground, all of that made it difficult for my opponent to really find a solution to deal with my army, and that is exactly what Chaff is supposed to do. Also, building war factories into an already established Scorpion is, I think, really not the right move. But yeah, let's return to the lobby and see where the tournament is at. And if we will get eliminated this time around. Oh, wow! That is an absolute ton of MMR. I am now pushing almost 1,400, and I have for the first time in my life broken through 100,000 combat power. Oh boy. There's one last match in progress, and it's probably going to be over this turn. Hertz versus Sparty. Let us see what happens. There's so much on the field. Double photon coming. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That is a lot of max tech melters. Once again. Oh, wow. Energy absorption plus the absorption module. This thing is healing for 130%, assuming it stacks in a linear way, which I would assume is how it works. This thing is healing for 130% of the damage it deals. And it deals a lot of damage. Despite energy diffraction, this thing is terrifying, honestly. This is a proper boss. Like, if this game had boss units, and I kinda don't really think of giants as boss units, because once the game gets going, it is really easy to have a lot of giants on the field. But as far as really boss units go, this is what it looks like. A melter that can deal somewhat decently with chaff, can spawn chaff, it even has summons, and can heal itself, has high range, has healing. Yeah. Like, this is a proper video game boss. And everything is lagging. I'm sorry, guys. I don't entirely know why it's lagging so much. It's not like I hadn't recorded videos with probably about this many units on the field and it didn't lag that much. Well, I will admit that when I designed the computer I'm playing with, and by designed I mean I chose the parts and everything, that I was taking into account more so the energy efficiency and the what's it called? The energy efficiency and the cost of it. Then I was taking into account the actual, how should I put this, the power of the computer. Oh boy. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Did these people preemptively GG? No. Maybe it is just a skill thing, and the key is to GG at the right moment, no matter what the state of the board is, because if you had told me that this board was ending in a single Scorpion taking out the remaining crawlers spawning from a melting point, because they were not yet... they were plinking down that tower, and the melting point died to the acid, I would have said, well, that's an unlikely thing to happen. But, you know, it happened. What do we even have here? We have some really carry Scorpions on the side of blue. And we have some Phoenixes here. We have a line of shields, because you know that EMP is going to come down. Shields here. Shields here. Shields here. Yep. Both players still with a good amount of money in the bank. If I were playing this, what in the universe would I even do? I think maybe I'd just add more Scorpions if I were blue. And if I were red, maybe just more melting points. No, there is a lot of chaff here. I feel almost as if adding some more chaff clear, some more Vulcans might be something decent. Also, like, look at this. There's also delayed chaff here, staggered chaff. EMP coming down a lot. Oh, I think it's difficult to really gauge, but I think on this side the EMP went down because the shield went down quicker than the EMP came. So yeah, that might actually make a huge difference. And that is something Scorpions are really good at. They are really, really good at EMPing down the enemy before it actually comes to anything significant as far as shield protection goes. They can EMP down the enemy so... what am I saying? I'm losing my words. They can shoot down... they can destroy shields. What? Oh, come on. Now I kind of want to save this replay and see how the final turn turned out, because Hertz just disconnected. Maybe he lost and that's why he disconnected at the end and it just quits it for us immediately. That is some really weird stuff. And we still advance to the next turn. We are still the last rank. But we are advancing to round number 6, it seems. No, actually round number 7. We've played 6 games, so the next one is round number 7. We are among the best 14 players of this tournament. And this is Advanced Group 1. Like, these are some of the best players out there, I think. This is also the very last turn this tournament has. After this, one of these players is going to have to drop a win there, is going to lose, and of course the other player will be the victor of the tournament. So I managed to, by the skin of my teeth basically, keep going just to the end of it. But I think only because someone like Apuche here has more minor points, but in the end he quit. And we are up against a player who has quite a bit more combat power than I do. Yeah,